Hello, and welcome to Delaware Tech's Manufacturing Production Technician Program information session. We are doing things a little different these days because of the pandemic. So our information sessions, which are typically in person, we are now doing them virtually. So thank you for clicking on the link and checking out our information about this very exciting program. Let me share my screen and we will get started. So there are some things that are new for 2021, again, because we are facing this pandemic. We are going to be using a hybrid class model for this class, which is 15% instructor-led using a remote class version of Zoom. So you do have to have access to Zoom. So you'll need a computer, PC, laptop, iPad, whatever you might have, something bigger than a cell phone. Cell phones really do not work well with the Zoom meeting format. So as long as you have access to the internet and like I said, a laptop or PC, you'll be good to go. About 35% of the class are hands-on labs and simulations. For that part of the class, you will be here working on labs, which will be hands-on. We also have some computer simulations for some of this equipment. And so you'll be definitely experiencing hands-on and simulations of all the material that you'll be learning. So when you leave here, you'll be ready to work in that field. And 50% of the class is self-paced learning. So you do have to have a certain amount of responsibility for your own learning to do your self-paced. We are going to be checking in on the students regularly. But about half the class, you'll be doing self-paced, computer-based work. So again, you will need to have a computer or laptop that is connectable to the internet to be able to participate in this class. If anyone has any questions, that is something you'll be able to ask as we get further along in the registration process. The course is going to start on March 15th and will run through June 11th of 2021. So right before we start getting into the end of spring and the beginning of summer, you'll be finishing this class and looking for a job in the manufacturing industry. And the class does include up to 475 hours of training. The reason that is up to and not an exact number, as I mentioned, about half the class is self-paced. So if you're a quick learner or maybe you have some experience in manufacturing already and you can get through the course faster, more power to you. So we can move along at your own pace. So students that are a little bit faster may actually be nowhere near 475, might be able to do it in a lot less time. So this program is very unique, and it's the first time that we have offered this in 2 locations at the same time. Again, being a hybrid model is allowing us to offer it at the Innovation and Technology Center, which is in Newcastle, Delaware. And at the same time, we're going to be offering it at the Innovation and Technology Partnership Center in Bridgeville. So folks in the lower part of the state can take this program in Bridgeville. And if you're in the northern part of the state, you can take this program in Newcastle. Again, part of this is because of the self-paced learning, the instructor doing the Zoom meetings. The only part that will be separate is when you're doing the hands-on. We will have hands-on labs in both locations. We have the same equipment, the same lab setup. So you'll be getting the same education, whether you're in northern part of Delaware or in the southern part of Delaware. Very excited to be able to offer the program in this way. So we're including everyone within the state of Delaware. The enrollment procedures are a little intimidating, but I hopefully going through this virtual information session will help you. The enrollment is competitive. I mean, we sometimes have 80 to 90 students competing for these seats in this class. And as of right now, there's going to be 20 to 25 seats available. So here's the process. You're going to view the virtual information session. That's something you're actually doing right now. So you can check that one off. Step 2, after viewing the information session, if you think you're still interested, you simply click on the application link on the same web page that you got the information for this virtual information session and fill out the application and click send. And then that information will be coming to us. That's step 2. So again, step 3 is to complete and submit the application. Please make sure the application is complete before you hit that submit button. So once you've done that part, now step 2 and step 3 are also complete. So you can actually complete steps 1, 2, and 3 at the same time you're watching this virtual information session. You can get all this done at the same time. Step 4, after we receive your application, we are going to review all the applications and we will be contacting you to schedule a brief online Zoom interview. Again, it's going to be a virtual interview. You can do it right from your home, but we will be scheduling a time for you to do the interviews. Every student who gets accepted into this program has to go through the interview process. And then if you're selected as a potential candidate, you will be scheduled to complete a free skills assessment. It is free. It's basically making sure that your skills are at the level where you'll be successful in this program. We've had students in the past 10 years, if their basic skills and what they're bringing to the table are not equipped for manufacturing, which is a lot of math and a lot of reading, if their skills are not at that level, they end up not succeeding in the program. And that's what we do not want you to do. We do not want people that are going to try and not succeed. So we want successful students. That's why we give the free skills assessment. Program eligibility. This is a federally government funded program, and there are some guidelines that we have to follow by means of these items. You will have to have proof of U.S. citizenship, and that could be in the form of eligibility to work in the United States. We will need to see that proof of citizenship. You do have to be a Delaware resident. This program was given to Delaware Tech specifically for residents of the state of Delaware. So you have to have lived in Delaware for at least 6 months and have proof of that. You will need your Social Security card. I know you might have the number handy, but many of us do not have the card handy. So if you want to be a part of this program, you will have to show us your Social Security card. If you don't have it handy, now's the time to go start looking for it. If you need to get a replacement, now's also the time to request a replacement card. It does usually take about 2 weeks to get your replacement Social Security card. Whether or not you choose to do this program, you should make sure that if you don't have a card, that you get your card. A photo ID, typically people use their driver's license, a proof of a birth date. And then lastly, for all males, you must be registered for the Selective Service. That's a thing that a lot of us did when we were 18. But if you're not registered or you're not sure if you're registered, we can help you with that. We actually will go with you on the website and either register you or check to make sure that you are registered. So here are the skills that you're going to learn in this class, and there's a lot of them. They're great things. So it's very first, you're going to learn about production and assembly in manufacturing. So anything that's being manufactured does have to be assembled in the proper order, made the correct way. So we are going to teach you skills in production and assembly as far as manufacturing goes. Part of that too is going to be mechanical skills. There are several different labs that you're going to be doing to make sure you have mechanical skills and knowing which tools to use for which purpose. So that is a big part of this training as well. Electricity and electrical maintenance. If you're not experienced in electricity, you're going to get the experience with us. There's a lot of labs that have to do with electricity. If you're afraid of electricity, we're going to solve that for you, because there's from very beginning, you're going to start from the basics and learn all there is to know about electricity. And you'll find that it is very safe and a very effective way to use power in manufacturing is through electrical. Another way to use power is through fluid power. Fluid power comes in 2 forms: hydraulics. There are labs on hydraulics, and pneumatics. There are labs on pneumatics as well. So you will be learning a lot about fluid power, and depending on the type of manufacturer you get a job with, you might be using a lot of hydraulics and pneumatics in your job. So very important that you learn those skills. We're going to teach you about lean manufacturing. That's a new process that we use in the industry, especially in the state of Delaware. You'll learn all about lean manufacturing. If you don't know what that means yet, you can Google it, or you can take the program and we'll teach you all about lean manufacturing. And then the last is programmable logic controllers. You will get the basics of programmable logic controllers, and those are the computers that run all the machines and conveyor belts and everything that's in a manufacturing facility. You're going to learn the basics about the programmable logic controllers. If you're really interested in that field, you actually can get additional training here at the college or many other places. That is a really unique field in manufacturing. If you're into computers and you really like computer programming, you really will enjoy the programmable logic controllers. There are some additional skills that we are going to provide. You will be, as part of this program, you will become OSHA certified in OSHA safety. Every student coming through here will have their OSHA card. That is a card that goes with you for your lifetime. Once you're registered with OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, you're in there for a lifetime. So if you lose your card, you can call them up and get a replacement. So you will be OSHA certified as part of this program. We do teach you how to operate a forklift safely. It's a very small part of this training, but many folks have found that being versatile when you get a job in manufacturing, if they need someone to hop on a forklift to move something within the warehouse or within the manufacturing facility, very good to have multiple skills. So we will make sure you're forklift safety operator certified. We're going to teach you how to read blueprints. And we're also going to provide you with the opportunity to gain 2 national manufacturing certifications. The first one is MSSC Safety. MSSC stands for the Manufacturing Skills Standards Council. And so you will be getting that opportunity to take that in safety as well as quality. That is they're both very big parts in manufacturing. They want safe workers and they want workers that are going to do quality work. Very good tests to have, to put on your resume and get you a job in the manufacturing industry. We teach you job readiness, which is making sure you're ready for the kind of interview questions that you're going to get, make sure your resume is up to speed. So we are going to talk about a lot of job readiness skills, and we are going to provide you assistance in getting you a job. We can't promise anyone a job because at the end of the day, you have to sell yourself to an employer as to why they should hire you. But we're going to give you all the skills and the tools to make sure that you have the best chance of getting that job in the manufacturing industry. And we're going to provide that placement assistance for you. So the program schedule, as I already mentioned, is March 15th through June 11th. It is a Monday through Friday program, and the hours of the program are 8:30 to 4:30. Like I mentioned, some of this is self-paced learning. Some of the learning will be on Zoom, so you will not always be in the lab. So it is a very unique schedule. But one thing you should know is that this is not a lecture class. We are not going to sit and talk to you for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. The onus for a lot of this training, especially the computer part and the self-paced part, will be on you. So you have to have the desire and the maturity to do that training. A lot of it self-paced and on your own. Again, we will be checking on you, helping you along the way. But this is not a lecture class. You're going to be doing hands-on labs and a lot of cool stuff in this manufacturing program. And I already mentioned this. It is about half self-learning, half self-paced learning, about 35% hands-on labs, and about 15% working with the instructor through remote learning or Zoom. You'll be doing Zoom classes. So here's what we ask of all candidates. We need you to be reliable and keep up with your assignments, especially the self-paced learning activities. Again, the onus on that is going to be on you to make sure that you're keeping up and you're progressing along so that we can get you through this program and get you the hands-on training and the skills that you're going to need to get a job in manufacturing. We need you to be motivated to work in the manufacturing industry at the completion of the program. This is exactly why the federal government gave us funds, is to get you jobs in the manufacturing industry. So that's exactly what this program was designed to do. Commit to finding and retaining employment. And then lastly, be ready to start your new career in manufacturing. Many jobs in manufacturing. I have so many success stories I could share with you. You probably turn off this information session if I started talking about them, but it really is a great career, and a way to really start your career in manufacturing is through this program. So that ends the virtual information session. I hope that I was informative enough for you to make a decision whether or not you want to pursue being part of this class. The easy part is, once you've decided after watching this information session, all you need to do is click on your application on the application link. Let me go back to that. Click on the application link and submit your application if you're still interested. And that concludes the information session. Again, I hope I laid out the program as best I could. If you're still interested, would love to hear from you. Please send your application in, and we will be in touch to schedule an interview with you. And I'm looking forward to helping you get started on your new career. Thank you very much. Have a good day.